It's 10. And we're live. Hello. Who's in the chat? Mr. Misanthropic. Yes, you are the first. The first and only, incidentally. But welcome anyway. Today we only have Tom here, and that's about it. He's sleep deprived.
Hello, everyone.
The insomniac.
Pumpkin just rocked up.
Oh, hello, Chucker.
What's up?
How you doing?
Hello, Honey Monster. And Green Thunder. So yeah, I haven't had much time to prep for news, but I've got some stories at least. So I'm busy with college work and stuff all day.
That's all right, mate. We'll get through it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no Blind Chucky today either.
I didn't hear that she said definitely no, but
No,
She just said it on the. I just heard her say it on the end of the Peters.
okay. So definitely
Unless he changes her mind the last second.
It is what it is.
Go woke, go broke. Vegan cafe that boasted about men was about charging male customers an 18% male tax, and sitting down women first is closing down. Well, that's what happens, isn't it?
This is the one in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, I heard about it. I just had to read about it.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you try a virtue signal, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I've just got back from London to Glasgow. Been a lovely weekend. Glad you had a good weekend. A vegan cafe that charges male customers an 18% male tax. Yep, let's all point and laugh at the loser.
It's so true.
Yep, get woke, go broke. Handsome hair in Melbourne's trendy Brunswick made headlines in 2017 when it announced it would tackle gender inequalities by charging men. Hello, Alamo. By charging men and more and seating women first. Hello, Cuba. How is that equality? Because surely, even back in way back in the day, women would have got seated first anyway, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So how is that? That doesn't even make sense to me. Hello, Blind Girl.
Nothing.
It's just virtue signaling out its finest. That's all it is, Scotsman.
I didn't need that doing this sleep deprived. Hello, Rosie. Haven't seen you around here in a while. Please, no human meat stories tonight. No, there isn't anything. No arms killer. Right. But the car run by Green activist Alex O'Brien announced it would shut down. It would shut shop on April the 28th after just 2 years of training.
Didn't take long, did it?
It's not immediately clear why the car billed as a safe space for women and lesbians is closing, but it faced widespread backlash for its perceived sexism. Come on, we know why it's shut down.
Oh, yeah. The men
aren't buying into this fucking shit anymore.
Not many people are buying into it to begin with.
Cuban, this is the city I was telling you about that you stayed in, Melbourne. It's going to a hellhole. SJW.
Can't be that SJW though. They're closing down this.
Oh, there's more normal people there, but that's our biggest SJW city.
In a farewell post on Facebook, Hanson Harris said the man tax attracted widespread criticism. Well, what would you expect? I mean, did you honestly expect any different? If I did a thing where I charge black people more, for example, of course it's going to get fucking shit. Doesn't this tend to go against anti-discrimination laws and stuff like that as well?
It should. Technically, it should.
Because I'm not entirely sure what they are in Australia, but I'm pretty sure it would.
That'd be the same as yours.
the way the world responded to the Montauk showed us how fragile masculinity is and solidified it necessary for us to confront and dismantle patriarchy, the post said. You know, if you look at the patriarchy, you wouldn't be allowed to have a business that did this, would you?
No.
Hello, shithead.
Hopefully not.
No, but you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't even be allowed to own your own fucking business, really, would you?
Yeah, hopefully not.
Someone has a chunky later. It's usually Peter. I don't know what the fuck Peter is, actually. He has the link.
He just ended his stream. I have no clue anything after that.
Did you just come straight here then? Or?
You realize he just did.
I don't know.
Hi, Peter.
Hello.
No,
Hello.
All right.
Yeah, someone pronounces it shit-heed. Let's call him shit-heed, actually. There's an idea. Shit-heed. Call him a Scottish way. Let's say shite-heed. Your name's like
shit,
shite-heed.
Shithead. Shithead.
Aye, shite-heed.
Shite.
Heed. Yeah.
Peter.
Jesus, learn to like
Yeah,
stuff. Peter.
That's not me. That is not me. No, I can promise you that's not me. My lighter's on the other side of the desk.
Yeah, see, Cuban gets it. Shite-heed. This is it.
All right,
Learn to like
whoever that,
stuff, Scotty.
whoever that was,
Well,
do it again.
I've got a big lighter, so it's not me.
this is my later.
Yeah,
Ah,
this is
so
mine.
it's you. You get.
This is mine.
I was gonna say somebody is anxiously going, "Come on, you fucker! Like, come on!"
Yeah, it's a shit later. Hanson Harwood said they were a small business trying to prioritize women and issues but becoming the punching bag of Melbourne and the internet. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Doku. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy your wrench.
Enjoy your roots.
It's fucking useless, but enjoy it anyway. It looks nice. Hansenberg concluded their farewell with a vague description of future plans put up, knowing when they will be doing their hands-on work. You got one of those crackhead lighters. That's just a shitty lighter.
I got a crack nail.
The crackhead lighter is the big with the flame 8 inches tall.
Oh, I love those. Man, I got a crack nail, though, because for some reason I forgot to cut one of my nails this morning, and Fonson was like, "Is that a crack nail?" I'm like, no.
Either shy head or either shy head or shy head or shit head is fine. Alright, shy head. Shy head.
Shithead.
Still gonna call you shy head. Hello, Tom of Gold City. Fucking hell. It's fast enough to see the chat move. Yeah, you'll need to get an arc lighter, though. They're awesome for lighting cigarettes.
And stopping any would-be attackers.
Picks the others hurt my dainty little hands. Cuban, you were in the army, were you not? Surely you're not dainty. Unless
Yeah,
She's Navy. She was Navy.
of course.
The
the Montauk was launched
the only
in the
branch of
cafe.
the military she wouldn't have to worry about it anyway.
Yeah, the Montauk was launched when the cafe opened
I
in
understood it, don't
2017.
Sorry.
And the owners decided the initiative would be proposed 1 week every month, and the additional money would be donated. She was an engineer firefighter in the Navy. So she can't take little Hansies doing that job. Can you still buy crossbows in the UK? Does anyone know? I think you can you not? Not 100% on that, I'm pretty sure you can.
Who needs a crossbow? Just get a blowtorch.
I could just get a cheap blowtorch, just a lighter and a can of deodorant. That works as well. Cafe lunch. The owners decided the initiative would be imposed every week, 1 week every month, and the additional money would be donated. The impending closure has been met by a mixture of emotions, with many blaming the cafe's unusual initiative. Well, yeah, because you alienated half your fucking potential customer base. What do you expect is going to happen?
More money.
17 watching, only 6 likes. Come on, pure show, people. Pure show.
Hey, my like's already on there.
Like and share the stream, people. Come on. And if you're feeling really generous, please donate to the Streamlabs. Yeah, they're not essential, but they're always welcome. Yeah, I think more than half of vodka.
The views to likes ratio, I think. No,
I don't.
it's a little less than half. 18 watching, 9 like. Well, it's dead on half now. Now it's more than half. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, come on, people get liking and
Yeah, it's roughly.
Like-
Yeah, it's roughly 50-50.
like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I use an industrial layer to light my cigarettes.
Industrial taser. Jesus.
Industrial
Laser.
laser, it says.
Laser. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. There was a mark on my screen which made the L look like a T.
Fucking.
Stop
I'm-
showing
I'm-
off, honey monster.
Blowtorch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just annoyed the sugar puffs don't exist anymore. That's his problem. Did you get sugar puffs in Australia?
Get what, sorry?
Sugar puffs. Did you get them in Australia?
What's a sugar puff?
It's a cereal.
Nah, we don't have that. Not that I know of, anyway. I don't really eat breakfast though, so don't know.
Because I think they're like wheat puffs now or something. They're not like sugar puffs.
No, we got those kind of things. Yeah.
I used to lit farts to light my cigs. I want to see someone with a light a fire with a flamethrower. I don't celebrate businesses going out of business or people losing their jobs, but seriously, alienating a good portion of your client base is not going to end well. One person will want to. Yeah, agreed.
Agreed.
Hello, Hawkeye. So I just liked as you were saying about half, and yeah, I'd use any form to light my smokes. Nothing gets in my way. Actually, he's just Rosie's farts. Sweet.
Are we bringing that last conversation onto this one, are we?
Yeah, I heard about all that. You are very, very strange people. And this is coming from me. Me of all people saying that you're strange.
Yeah, from a man who likes to dress up as babies and sing Proclaimers songs. Yeah.
At least I'm doing it.
Weird.
At least I'm going to do that forfeit. Like some who is not.
Wait, hang on. Wait a sec. No, you can't hold that over my head. The fact that I won and therefore don't have to do a forfeit. You can't turn around and say, well, at least I'm doing the forfeit.
No, I am doing the forfeit. You know, I mean, can't say I'm not, can you?
Scotty's man enough to take it like a man. I respect that, Scotty. I respect it.
Hey, thank you, Blanca. At least someone around here likes me.
Man,
Peter, to be fair, he's not talking about you. He's talking about other certain YouTubers who've made bets and
Yeah, never showed up.
yeah. Oh, and by the way, Peter, if you didn't notice, I just showed that I happen to have 1 or 2 of those lighters.
Right, I didn't have the hangout on my screen. Right, so it was you. And I was getting the blame.
Keep says you guys are so cute. In what way cute, Bob?
Peter, it was any one of the 30-some Zippos that I own.
I'm glad they tried. I'm glad
There's
they
a
were
reason
vocal
I
about
can
it.
tell the difference between a painted one and a non-painted one.
I'm glad it failed. There's literally no downside.
you know what'd be
Go on, Heather.
hilarious? Is after you do the forfeit, Scotty, if you gain like 30 subs just because it was hilarious, that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing. I will.
I'm not averse or bothered by that either. If it gets you subs, it gets you subs, but it gets you subs whilst you're dressed as a baby.
Yeah, but man, if it works, fuck, might as well.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the competition thing itself worked, didn't it? Really?
Yeah, it did.
Because I've grown like 30 subs since Friday. So yeah.
Yeah.
Which, congratulations, mate.
Is this forfeit dressing in a bib and a nappy? No, it has to be. I think it's a bib, a bonnet, and a rattle.
Yeah,
I found-
nobody wants to see Scotty in a nappy.
Nobody wants. Yeah. I look like even more of a tit than I already am. Oh well. Yeah, just no, please change it nappies. Oh, good God. Thomas Gossay says I can feel myself getting excited already. For what? Good God. Very strange human being you are. Yeah, go up, get broke, another one quit, exactly. Because she looks like the kind of, he/she, that's how the kind of person that would define themselves as like non-gender. So this is when these people are like, they contradict themselves by saying like, oh, male and female, but they're like, oh, there's like 50 different genders and such.
She's got classical third wave feminist written all over her face.
Yeah, just not the coloured hair.
Oozing that thoughts of, you can just see the thoughts coming out of her eyes like, I hate men, I hate men.
Probably hasn't had a shower in like a month or something, you know?
Yeah.
Very mannish face as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
The irony, she hates men, yeah, she kind of looks like one.
You know, you do not want to see me in a fucking playpen with a nappy.
Was that Mandy? Oh, damn.
Yeah, arms go. Do you see what I have to put up with? This has already turned into degeneracy in 15 minutes. Scott, please still going. I salute you. Oh, thank you. Blind girl, I think now I know how you feel. Definitely know how you feel.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Peter's lost it.
All I was missing is a blue hair and a spectrum piercing and about 30 stone of weight, yeah. Other social media said that Montage was simply a suggestion. Was it though? Was it really? To be fair, from what I would recall, it was voluntary to pay more. Still surprising, one person though. Despite the backlash, many women are upset the safe haven was shutting down its doors. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm saddened by the news. I love visiting his cafe and his friendly staff. You will be missed, one customer wrote.
The one and only customer.
I hope that's not. I hope that person's not. I hope that's not their fucking kid. They shouldn't have parents. Yeah, fuck you, Super Chipper MP, you cunt. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've seen some of the hateful stuff online. It is not fair and antithetical to social movement. It's bringing down all sorts of wonderful women's community work. And my heart bleeds for you and your community. You have grown. I can't deny being degenerate. I mean, I read hentai manga, for Christ's sake. Well, I think I finally found someone who's more degenerate than I am. Congratulations, Green Thunder. You take the biscuit. Hanson Brown are paying an offer as you pay scheme from 3 p.m. until the stocks run out on the final day of trade on Sunday. The money raised will be donated to Maptai in Nepal. It's also an organization which has helped protect Nepali girls. Oh, come on. I thought, Mr. Misanthropic, I thought you of all people were not like that, surely. I would have thought you'd hate that kind of thing. The shop strip at Sydney Road, Brunswick, is filled with a number of cafes serving food and coffee. So that's what happens when you fucking try to virtue signal. It doesn't go about it very well.
Suck shit, I say.
Yeah, fuck him.
What a cunt. Is that still going? Or did mine cut out? Anybody there?
I'm here.
No,
Sorry,
okay.
I'm here.
I'm just dealing with something right now. Hang on.
All right. What's going on? I'm really confused now.
We're
No. I'm sort of separated out for a sec from the stream. In fact, hang on. There's no need for me to mute myself. I'm not saying anything, but
All good.
yeah, I am just a little bit attention divided with something important.
What's going on with you, Blind Girl?
Oh, I'm just doing things I just don't want to be doing. You know.
Fair enough. You're not doing a stream, are you?
No, not tonight. No.
Fair enough. And Pumpkin, how's your day off been, mate?
Yeah, it's been all right. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Well, I
We
can
wouldn't listen
complain.
anyway.
It just ain't. Yeah.
Keep going.
Nah. I've just been sitting here doing paperwork that I've been neglecting for the last month.
Fair enough, then.
Yeah. We've totally lost Scotty, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say.
He just must be having a few issues. That's all.
Yeah. Hey, Honey Monster, 2 Wongs don't make a white. And we
Didn't
lost
you-
Blind Girl.
Yes, F for Scotsman. May
Yeah.
you rest in peace.
F for Scotsman, F for Blind Girl. Oh, Scotty's back.
2 Wongs don't make a white. Didn't we have that joke on Blind Girl stream last night?
That
Yeah,
was
I
last
think we
night,
did.
yeah. That was last night's show.
I think a blind girl has the same problem as me, did she? Or...
No, she's got other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Oh, student died. I think it's back now. I see S in the chat.
No. Those Fs were for you, Scotsman. Because you vanished.
I'm back now.
Woohoo!
I need better internet.
Yay!
As I say, do right.
Your internet is as good as mine, I reckon, mate.
It's a shit. It's as shite as yours, huh?
Yep.
We got one of these streams where one of the things doesn't die. Sorry about that, people. See, wait till the fucking things load now. We can get back to where we were. Right,
Do-do-do-do.
Excuse me.
Loch Ness Monster mystery solved. Study claims ancient dinosaur discovery influenced decision.
Delusion.
Well, entirely. Reports that a creature living in Scotland's Loch Ness go back to the 6th century, the 19th and 20th century. Yes, all hail Blue Whale. Welcome, popping up. Reports that a creature was living in Scotland's Loch Ness go back to the 6th century, with the 19th and 20th centuries in particular saw an recent interest, especially after the infamous surgeon's photograph in 1934. Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster is just a dump I took a long time ago back when I was in Scotland. No, they didn't find Nessie, I'm afraid. I don't think they ever will.
All right, I'm going to jump out just to deal with this. Okay, guys.
No worries, mate.
All right.
All right.
See you in a bit.
No worries, popping up. Now a study suggests that the legend of the Loch Ness Monster and the other long-necked sea monsters have influenced and may become very real and maybe even terrifying. Published in a scientific journal, Our Scientist History, the study theorizes that the sea serpent reports of the early 19th century were heavily influenced by an early dinosaur fossil discovery. Over the last 3 years, it has indeed a decline in spectrum for sea serpent reports of an increase in the proportion. Blind Girl's back.
Sorry about that.
Woohoo!
Apparently, going into my Dropbox triggered Hangouts to close for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I thought something had happened.
Mine does the same thing.
Cockless monster. Cryptic.
Hello, Cryptic.
Sorry.
There is such a thing as locks. Loch is the correct name for it. It's not a lake, it's a loch. Over the last 200 years, there's been a decline in the spectriform sea surrogate reports and an increase in the proportion of reports with necks, but there's no evidence of an increase in the proportion of monster-like reports. The studies factory fucking hell, just what the fuck was that? That was just nonsense. However, witnesses only began to unequivocally compare sea serpents to prehistoric reptiles in late 19th century, some 50 years after this testing was made by naturally. So pretty much they comparing Loch Ness Monster to dinosaurs, basically.
Nah, it's not real. It can't be real. They would have seen it by now again if it was actually real.
And the actual myth of it's been around for centuries.
Yeah.
It's nothing there at all. Nothing new at all. And everyone's new, we know about it.
One of those nights.
Yeah, it's one of those slow news nights, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gives you as many.
I got a bunch of news if you want it, but it's mostly Canadian stuff.
We could just make it up as we
Send
go
it a
along.
few over, I'll see what it is.
All right. Give me a second to finish downloading this thing, and I'll just dump a bunch of shit on you.
Don't say that, Mandy
Cheers.
might get excited.
What animal?
Cleveland Steamer. Ready to
Animal
go.
sex. Animal sex perverts raped 12 horses, cows, and a goat at US farm.
And dogs.
Three sickos allegedly raped 12 animals over 1,000 times before police arrested them.
Who the hell let it go on long enough for them to count?
You robot and trucker.
Who let them count it? Who counted?
I don't know. Yeah, that's why I want to know. There's the sun. I mean, they may have exaggerated it a wee bit.
Yeah.
5'6", he's a midget.
Is it a midget? No, it's not. Yeah, still taller than Blind Girl and Brit Gamer Girl.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're women. It's different.
No, he's not from Wales. He's from America.
Alabama, I'll bet.
It says Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Say, isn't that your state?
No, I live in Virginia.
No, Virginia, sorry. Virginia.
Three animal sex orgy perverts have been arrested for allegedly raping 12 horses, dogs, cows, and a goat at the farm in Pennsylvania.
No sheep?
Oh, well.
You've
Well,
got
Mandy was
Kansas,
asking if they're
come
from Wales, but if it was Wales, there'd be more sheep. Teddy Wallace, 41, Matt Brubaker, 32, and Mark Foran, 34, raped the animals over 1,000 times before police found them. I think they may have exaggerated that. Are they all 5'6"?
I don't know.
think so.
I got this thing
Oh, it's me.
screaming. I get this voice screaming in the back of my head. What the hell do they do? Brag about it or something? I banged that horse over 1,000 times.
I mean, it is the sun.
Nobody caught me.
It is the sun, so they may have exaggerated it. The sun tends to do that. Pennsylvania is the Wales of the US. Now I'm seeing the mudshell. You can't get any tail. So he fucks the horse. Still G. Yeah, gas. Did you ever shower for all of them? You can eat them. I mean, eat them, but don't fucking fuck them. What the fuck? That's it. You went a bit far there. Pennsylvania State Police served a search warrant on Saturday after reports of an animal abuse in Clearfield County, which has been going on for up to 5 years. District Attorney Bill Shaw told him the charges that so far are going as part of an ongoing investigation into the abuse of animals. He says this is an unpleasant, toxic, but the animals are there. But the facts are we received a report of folks having sexual intercourse with animals, farm animals. Fucking weirdos, man. I doubt it's a Mexican. Is he also a Mexican drug mule? Probably not. Horse was just trying to buy them drinks at the bar. Yeah, and they raped the bastards. There's an article by Shahid in the chat. Might get to that later. Yeah, but I'm going to keep calling you Shahid. That's your name. Yes. Did he give a tally of all the sex he had with animals? I don't know. All right, see you later, Hawkeye. Pennsylvania State Police served a search warrant Saturday. Reports of animal abuse in Cleveland County, which has been going on for. It went on for 5 years. On Saturday morning, police raided the Euro home in the small town of Munson, where they found the sick trio. And where there's no crime itself, it identifies as the horse. Well,
Did you just say nobody identified themselves as the horse?
there's no crime if he identifies himself as a horse.
Oh,
The Mandy in the chat.
Cuban's like, I wonder if they had 6 of the male horses. I doubt it.
Does anyone have the horse cock song available? Because I don't.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna have to
Horse
play
cock.
that now.
Horse car. That's a good song, actually.
I'm gonna have to play that now.
Yeah.
Sick Mandy.
I think if they tried that, Cuban, they'd get destroyed.
My neighbors asking why I'm limping down the way, and who that fellow was who came by yesterday.
Really?
I quickly turned my face before I start to blush, 'cause frankly there is nothing I can say. But down. I've always had a thing for pushing the extremes. And I just got a thing you won't find in the magazine.
It's the horse talk song.
This molded silicone has got me begging, please give me more of what I really need. 'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock. You need horse.
That's never that. Probably get copyright struck or something.
Oh shit.
Anyway, the men are accused of having sexual relations with 9 female horses, a cow, a dog, and a goat, properly on Mouse Road. Police also recovered several semi-automatic weapons at the home. Who's got the TV on in the background?
Not me.
Yeah, my wife's got the TV on. Hold on a second. I didn't even realize it.
A teenage boy was also present at the home and was reportedly used to hold the animals during sex sessions.
Bloody
They
hell.
were said to be additionally charged with endangering welfare of a child and the corruption of a minor. Statistics of alleged abuse is staggering. They face charges including 1,460 counts of sexual intercourse of an animal, and the same number of in cruelty of animals as well. Firearms killer. The men are being held in jail at £1,000 bail. And another hearing is scheduled for the 22nd of August. So Shaw told the station, so I've been doing this for 20 years, and this is probably the worst situation in this type of case I've come across. There's a makeshift farm involved, police said.
So he's basically
Yeah.
set up the farm just so he can play with the bloody animals. Sick bastard.
Yeah, that's just fucking weird, man. Absolutely weird.
Oh, at least the chat room doesn't seem so weird anymore, do they?
No, you have to be pretty weird if you come here, surely. No normal person comes here.
Oh, shit. Not how a petting zoo works. Pop and hop. Good one.
Airbnb is now offering the chance to stay in a giant potato. It is as well. It's just,
What the heck?
so, yeah. We're living in a giant potato, then. If you're looking for somewhere a little different for your next holiday, Airbnb is offering the chance to stay in a giant potato.
Hotel level potato. Mm.
You really dug deep and hard for the news today, didn't you, Scotsman?
That's not how the thing is. Why did I find this on Facebook?
Damn.
Sorry, I'll check that. The Six Sons VOD was originally a marketing tool for the Idaho Potato Commission. They've been offered as a mini hotel in South Boise. You pronounce it Boise or Boise or what? It doesn't look that bad, actually.
Yeah, it looks pretty good from the inside.
The Big Idaho Potato Hotel contains a double bed, seating area, minibar, and a sink. It's 336 square feet of space, while a nearby silo serves as the dwelling's bathroom. The potato, which is made of steel, plaster, and concrete, is set in a large field, but it's said to have breathtaking views of the fallen mountains. Kirsty Wolf, who oversaw the convention of the potato, conversation of potato, told the Idaho Statesman, "It's designed for couples. I think you would be there for a lot of staycations, and hopefully it'll be a thing if your family like coming from out of town. Telling like, oh, you have to go and stay a night in the Big Idaho Potato Hotel." Yeah, Mandy, you know what? From the things you said, I'm not surprised. You say you stayed in a giant ball sack. Idaho is known for their good potatoes. It was musty as hell, but nice to cure.
I know it's an air and what they call Airbnb, but there's nothing out there. Well, why would you want to stay there, though?
Yeah, it says it has nice views.
No, okay. With the stars or something.
Well, nice views of the mountains and I assume the stars as well, because it's rural. At least it didn't say yeasty asshole or vagina. The idea went down a storm on Facebook with one user dubbing the concept of a potato Potato Hotel, another joking, I'm sure it's the seats are starched. Potato Hotel is available to book online for about £150 a night, plus service fee and taxes. So, yeah. If you want to spend the night in a Thai, then you can. No worries, Peter. Yeah, time for a wholesome story, at least. Slow news there.
Just me, is it? There's things like this Hangout's really screwing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adorable dog has become his own. Adorable blind dog has become his own best friend, and so his guide dog after they've become best friends.
That's a nice story.
I didn't know dogs had guide dogs. That's weird. Yeah, hello, Chloe.
It wasn't Chloe.
Found a cat and assumed it was her. Yeah, am I roboting right now?
No.
Who is?
No,
I
it's Reason
couldn't
being
hear, I
fucking-
couldn't hear it. Maybe it's just on the YouTube.
Yeah, this adorable blind pooch and his own guide dog who helped him
What you're
navigate
hearing
has
is
become.
this little twerp.
Oh, I should tell if I was a cat. Yeah, dogs should have guide people. Well, technically they do. They have owners, so that kind of counts, doesn't it?
That is a
Sick.
morbid sound.
Yeah, does the dog get paid? I assume it's
You know, I actually walked outside to get away from it.
I assume the dog's just like a pet, really. I guess it's just like having two dogs.
Yeah.
Really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So this adorable blind push has his own guide dog who helps him navigate and has become his best friend. Amos Stavi, Ross and Toby, Nine and Border Terrier have become inseparable the past year, with Toby defending Amos from other dogs, even helping him find his water bowl. Jess Martin, who works for HR and for the Cheshire Fire and Rescue Service, adopted Amos August last year from the rescue she was volunteering at. The other drunk child has a shit computer to internet connection, so I'm back. Well, at least he's not the only one. Scott's is my guide spots, and I walk him around for polite time and he leads me to the pub. Okay. Yeah, you're a very strange person, Mandy. Initially, Toby was a bit wary of Amos, but ended up loving and protecting him and being his only friend. Yeah, Jess has had Toby for 9 years. He was her 18th birthday present from her parents, and she adopted Amos last year when he was born at the dog's home, where she was a volunteer. Amos was born blind with one of her sisters, Jessie, knew would keep finding him at home. She said Toby was the best present I ever got. He is very independent and likes his own space. So we're a bit concerned to see how accepted he would be of Amos. Oh, she's actually got PTSD service though.
Yeah, I've seen her dog. Cute.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I thought it'd be very difficult to find him an owner. Well, Amos was on medical care. Yeah, serious comment from you. While Amos was on medical care for 4 months, we decided to foster him in February last year. After a while, we realized we would never give him back. And we're getting Toby called down a few times, then ignored. And Amos came from the kennel, so he doesn't know how to socialize with other dogs. After a couple of days, I saw that Amos couldn't find his water ball, so Toby nudged him to help him out. Dogs are better than people, aren't they? Easily.
Yep. You ever seen those stories like where soldiers get killed in Afghanistan? I've seen one, and they buried the soldier in America, obviously. And every night, the person that works at the cemetery, they found this dog there every night, and the dog would go there every single night. It would break out the backyard and go sit by the cemetery every night. Well, you know, the grave. Do you know what I mean? It just proves that they are loving animals. Anyway, that's off the sidetrack. I just thought it was a good story.
Jess and her partner Billy Howe, 27, a cargo assistant, decided to adopt the pup. In August 2016, seeing that Toby got used to him and even ended up becoming his only friend. Amos needed to have an eye operation to have his eye removed, but thankfully he had Toby, who didn't leave his side, but he was very protective of him. And since then, the two Black Panthers go on many adventures together. Amos nudges Toby every time he needs some help. This Saturday, we went on walks with Amos. Amos was very scared, especially with the noises, and Toby quickly picked up that he needed help. So every time Amos was stopping by, Toby would go and lie next to him so he would be ready. There's a nice communication between them. They know each other's boundaries. Amos is the main problem that other dogs don't like him when they approach him, obviously because he cannot communicate the same way. So he doesn't have other friends. That's a shame. Amos is still a bit worried when he is outside in busy areas, but that's why we go on adventures so we can get used to the great outdoors in more of a quiet setting. But he's always in protection, protecting, we call him his bodyguard. Okay, we're actually wholesome for once in our lives. At least we actually had a wholesome story for once.
Yeah. You don't get many of them.
It took
Good
31,
family goodness.
it took 31 episodes that we got there. We got there in the end. We were wholesome for a whole about 10 minutes.
Oh, shit. They don't come here for wholesome, mate.
No, they did not.
Didn't come here for wholesome. I came here for failing and shit talk.
Boy, you step off that porch, I'm going to tan your hide.
Oh god, no, I can't be arsed with Brexit today. Can't be arsed with Brexit any day anymore. Just fucking leave. That's all I think about Brexit. Just leave.
Mm-hmm.
I know this was covered the other day, but I wanted to talk about it. Bernie Sanders says the right to vote should be extended even for terrible people like the Boston Marathon bowler. No, it should not.
Of course he would.
Yeah, Brexit. Now let's see the ginger snaps. Yep. Agreed, Socky. Agreed.
Boy, am I going to have to reinforce that door just so you cannot get out of it? Stomp all you want, you little twerp.
You're not like a gate or like someone else. You're too big for the gate.
What's that?
You're not like a child gate, or is he too big for that?
Well, it's we're on our front porch right now, and he's pushing the door open and closed and open and closed. And I've got springs in there, and he's just strong enough to open that door despite the springs.
This probably is too big for a child gate then.
There are actually a lot of child gates he is too tall for.
Bernie Sanders is a huge dick. How would you know?
I like Socky's reply, has or is a big dick. That's a good one.
Sanders said the right to vote to be extended even for terrible people like the Boston Marathon. Yes, it is, but I cannot be arsed talking about that. Just let that fucking die, please. Just let that die. What about isn't Scotland going for a second referendum? Yes, they are again. Just give up, lads. Bernie Sanders says he thinks everyone should have the right to vote, even the Boston Marathon bomber. See, I don't think while you're in prison, you should not be allowed to vote. If you're behind closed doors, you shouldn't get a vote.
For the most part, it's a state. For the most part in the U.S., it's a state by state thing.
Yeah, but I think, in my personal opinion, they should not get a vote.
I would go with that.
I think
Depends what they've done. Depends what they've done. If it's only like misdemeanor type of crap.
when they get released and their debt's been paid, yeah, okay, fair enough. Then we can talk about that. But while they're in prison, no.
Yeah. I think the best explanation I've heard as to the possibility of why is imagine that it's roughly 70% of incarcerated people in the U.S. is black,
There,
so it's
fine.
all about minority vote.
Yeah, of course it is. He wants more
No,
votes.
that's just a theory.
What did you find, Blind Girl?
I was just trying to download something to my Dropbox or to my files, and every time I had opened the files, Hangouts had just gone.
Boy, I'm going to tan you hide if you do that again.
Felons are different too, but not all murders and rapists. I don't know. It's such a fine line to walk. Yeah, I think it should also depend on like a felon. I mean, I wouldn't want like a murderer or a rapist or a paedophile to vote, regardless, really. Like,
Exactly.
maybe if you like robbed a bank or whatever, yeah, fair enough, you can vote when you come out of prison. But
Isn't that only fact he's saying is because they're desperate for votes? But
Yeah.
that's how desperate the Democrats really are for votes.
it sounds that way, yeah.
Yep.
It's a fake dick I hear. Well, Bernie's dick, probably. We've delved to a new level here, haven't we? Talking about an old man's dick. Yeah.
That's what happens when you get more subs, mate. You're going to get a couple of crazies.
The sad part is, if I remember correctly, it's not the first time we talked about this.
Is it just me, or does Bernie look like some old grumpy old guy from the Muppet Show? I mean, he does a wee bit, yeah. What were their names again?
Waldorf and Statler.
Yeah, the two old guys. Those are
Yeah.
like one of them. I think all prisoners are disenfranchised. White collar crimes are people you steal from people and ruin lives.
Jeez.
And IMO shouldn't be allowed to vote either, just like violent criminals. Well, do you mean when they come out, or do you mean while in prison, or when they come out? Because I agree in prison, but I think if you did a non-violent crime when you come out of prison, I think you should be allowed to vote.
Yeah, if it's only like, say you put away for weed or something like that, surely that can't take away your right to vote forever.
I say you robbed a bank when you were 18 or something. I think
Yeah.
you should be allowed to be forgiven for that, surely. I was thinking along the same lines of the guy who was in jail for 30 years for some weed in the 90s.
Boy, how'd that work out for you? You're stuck now, aren't you?
Asked the CNN town hall Monday night. He thought felons should be allowed to vote while they were incarcerated, not just staff. They released. Sanders says the country needs more people to vote. Yeah, there's getting more people to vote, and then there's getting fucking prisoners to vote. There's a different thing here.
It's like getting dead people to vote. Probably shouldn't do that.
Which they pretty much did, didn't they? By the looks of it.
Or Disney characters?
No one ever talks about that, though.
I question the point of voting. All politicians are criminals. We know it. Yeah. But in the end, if no one votes them in, no one votes for them, they're still going to retain power, aren't they?
Yep.
And this is the democracy, we have to expand democracy. I believe every single person does have the right to vote. I disagree. Revoke your right as soon as you commit a serious crime and get to jail. I'm bitter but still about the white collar crime because I lost a lot of dollar bills investing in a Sirius XM merger. Sanders said his answer by pointing out a major low rate of voter turnout in the United States compared to other major democracies around the world. He said one of the primary priorities of his campaign is to make a vibrant democracy and much higher turnout. Sanders said in frontline people like Foreign, the US citizen who helped bomb the bots in Marathon in 2013, killing 3 people and injuring hundreds of others as a part of that. Well, no. He shouldn't see the light of day again. That's come back. Look at the Tory and Labour parties. Both just say whatever they're paid to say. That's all I'm seeing from the point, yeah. Somebody need to get rid of both of them and bring in someone else. Because both of those are fucking useless at this point.
Sorry, keep going.
On you go.
I was going to say the way I look at voting is like they're both going to screw you over no matter who you pick. So that's where left and right comes in. So you have to pick which side do you think is going to screw you over the least that you're interested in. That's basically what it comes down to when I sit down and look at it.
Yeah, and that's how you end up with 2 parties that no one likes.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the problem.
Yeah.
Yes, even for terrible, because once you start chipping away and you say, well, that guy committed a terrible crime, not going to let him vote, well, that person did that. Not going to let that person vote, you're down a slippery slope. Well, no, you're not. He committed a crime, he shouldn't be allowed to vote then, should he? No, well, he's in jail.
No.
You revoke your freedoms as soon as you go to jail. As far as I'm concerned. Sanders says when asked by a student if sex offenders, the Boston Marathon terrorists, and murderers should have the right to vote. And so I believe people commit crimes, they pay the price, and they have the right to vote. Yeah, maybe once they leave the prison, yeah. I blame Guy Fawkes. His mistake cost him misery today. I believe even when they're in jail, they're paying their price to society. Well, they haven't paid it yet, have they? Potentially, yeah. If they're going to vote for him, I guess. That's just a desperate attempt for votes, though, isn't it?
Yeah. If it helps the Dems get a vote, they'll let them.
Yeah. But that should not be taken away their inherent American right to participate in our democracy. Later on Monday, Senator Kamala Harris, in her own CNN town hall, said she was open to allowing incarcerated people to vote, given non-committal answers to Sanders' proposal. People who are convicted in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber on death row, people who are convicted of sexual assault, they should be allowed to vote. CNN's Don Lemon. Oh God, he's a fucking moron, that guy.
Worst journalist of the year, Don Lemon. Worst journalist of the year.
Yeah, that's a pretty hard bar to set, though, isn't it? The worst journalist of the year.
Yeah, I mean technically he is an award-winning journalist.
Yeah.
I thought little Brian Stelter was the worst.
I mean, how bad do you have to be to win the worst journalist of the year?
No, Don Lemon. They actually gave him a legit award for being the worst journalist of the year.
Did he accept it?
I think so.
But fair play. He accepted the award.
I think he did.
I'll give him that. Fair play.
Hey, an award's an award, I guess.
He actually showed up. Omega and Magog, no lives matter. And you could argue even felonies have different context behind them. 2 murders may have different reasons as to why he committed it. I'm just playing devil advocate here. Well, yeah, but I mean like murders in general. Because there's a difference between like murdering someone and killing someone in self-defense. Oh, we're at 111 subs now. Woo. We're growing. Oh, for fuck's sake. This team is very amateurish.
I just really
was I
tired.
doing?
Of it, so.
So am I. Prisoners should not be allowed to vote. Fuck 'em. Yeah. I was going to say arms killer. There's a difference between killing someone in self-defense and actual murder. For example, if someone's firing up a gun at you, you shoot back and that gun kills you. That's self-defense, that, as far as I'm concerned. Right?
It is.
If you just shoot some innocent guy for no reason, you're a murderer. Right?
I mean, you can kill people in car accidents and get put away with it, even though it's just an accident.
Yeah. Well, that's using manslaughter a lot of the time, isn't it?
And I don't mean drunk drivers
Yeah,
and people like that.
vehicular
but, you know,
manslaughter.
Roll my cigarette.
someone is by the sounds.
Yeah, it's been a very slow news day, so
Let me see if I can find anything. I know they call it terrorists at Gallipoli, but there's they do Anzac Day things at Gallipoli. You know, that World War One, and they caught one of them who was going to blow up all the Aussies and the Kiwis. They caught him last night.
Anyway, there you go. This is a wholesome story for you.
Here we go.
Wholesome stories. I love those.
Yes. Let's get some wholesome stories. Kind young men invited lonely widowed dinner. Invited lonely widowed diner to eat with them in a restaurant.
I saw this yesterday. Yeah.
A group of kind young men invited an elderly woman to eat with them at the restaurant after they noticed she was dining alone. Jamaro Howard and his two friends went out for dinner at Brad's Bar, barbecue in Oxford, Alabama, on Thursday when they noticed a woman eating at the restaurant by herself. Howard walked up to the table and asked if he could sit after. Oh, dang, I hate to eat there alone. You know, on a Facebook post. He said yes, and the two began talking. Which is when she was told that Howard had lost her husband and was celebrating their 60th anniversary. That was the next day. One thing that occurred to me is that we shouldn't worry about criminals because most criminals have no interest in politics. They're preoccupied with getting banged in showers in jail. I instantly gave my condolences and asked her to come meet with us, which she was excited to do. Come on, honey monster. We tried to be fucking wholesome once in our fucking life.
I wasn't laughing at that one. I was laughing at his other joke, and then as soon as I typed it into, his other comment comes up. So it looks like I've laughed at his spit roasted one.
God, he's been spit roasted.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. His post was shared 33,000 times and featured a heartwarming photo of the unnamed woman sitting with Howard and his friends, with a smile on her face. Howard continued, right, the point in this is always to be kind and nice to people. You never know what they're going through. True, I guess. It's fine, honey monster. It's just trying to be wholesome. It just doesn't work around here, does it?
Cool.
The woman charged changed my outlook on life. This is how I see other people, including and people I can't stress enough. Go see your mum and grandparents; they miss you. Nearly 120,000 people reacted to Howard's post. Many were touched by the beautiful gesture, and reading it as it's written. Come on, this article's like 3 days old. Come on, Michael. Surely you can fucking fix typo by the end.
Once it's out, they don't care anymore.
The honest text really fucks with the mood of the article. Honest text. About him and his friends, Jack Michael, Jan Michael, Brucker, 10 night. And one Facebook user wrote, such a little thing means so much to that one person, but now others realize it does not cost anything to be kind and knows you might learn something from your kindness. And then I said, for good or for bad, we have a community invested in others' interests. You gentlemen obviously know that. Thank you for making my day too. Let's get an R for respect. Yeah. I know I have to pay respect, but he didn't die, so R for respect. That trucker's going. Fuck off. Man sets up hidden camera in his bedroom and finds cat love sleeping on his face. My man recently checked footage of a hidden camera which he'd installed in his bedroom and found out the pet cat loved sleeping on his face when he's out cold. Blanco, does Chloe do this?
Do what, sir?
Sleep on your face?
Yes, she does. She also likes to sit on my face.
That's where cats got the that's where cats had gotten the reputation of stealing children's breath. That old wives' tale / horror story of cats.
That's why cats are arseholes.
Yeah, cats will actually sleep on babies and kill them if you're not careful.
I would have thought that a cat was small, that wouldn't happen. What are you going to say, Chucker?
I just dropped the story in the side chat.
Yeah, get to it. It's not noticeable. What's not noticeable? A Thai man recently checked the footage of a hidden camera which he had installed in his bedroom and found out his pet cat loves sleeping on his face as a bed when he's out cold. Lofoten. It's a weird name. Originally, had the camera set up so he could keep an eye on his pet cat Archie when he was at work in January of this year. He decided to face the camera towards his bed at night and monitor his behavior when he was out cold. So he surprised the feline, with nothing more than curl up next to him all the time. Became even more affectionate once he began to sleep after climbing on his chest and pressing his paws into his face, making sure he was asleep. Archie made himself comfortable on his master's face, suffocating him with love, of course. And he was dreaming about eating pussy. What a lucky guy.
That's what I said. I was waiting for someone to say it. Down to come up.
Actually, the head emits most of the heat, which is why cats are attracted to it. Okay, so okay. So first we have fucking animals. Now we're talking about animals fucking humans.
Going full circle.
Welcome to my stream.
Getting raped by a furry.
Raped by a cat.
Well, I guess it's better than being eaten. Maybe.
Dear cat, when he said he wanted pussy to sit on his face, this was not what he meant.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme with this stream. Well, it's a slow news day, Socky, so...
Oh, right, I was going to send you news. I totally forgot about that. All right, I'm going
Well,
to
in the side chat, there is a story about an imminent execution in Texas that actually is going to be happening if Crappy Slayer is correct about the time. This is an execution that will be happening in about 45 minutes.
Damn.
Socky is my boyfriend and my cat is uncomfortable by him. Yeah. After checking the footage of his hidden camera, recorded over several nights, he found him sleeping on his face. It was pretty much routine for Archie. I sat and watched the footage one night. He told the dodo it was very funny. Even though I wouldn't normally condone this sort of in-his-face affection from Archie, he said he would take steps to prevent his pet from using his face as a comfy. But if anything, this made the young man love his cat even more. Yeah. Let me get that. It's not appearing on my side. I'm looking on my phone because my phone is fucking retarded.
You mean the group chat?
No, Chuck said he put in the Hangout chat, but I haven't gone in the Hangout on my phone, so that'll be why. But
Yeah, it's in
can't
the
see
hangout.
I can't
Okay,
even see
hold
it
on.
in the hangout chat.
for
It's
some
in there.
bizarre,
Okay, give me a second. I'll go drop it in your Discord.
for
Oh
some
shit! Right. Ignore that link. Wrong link.
All right, check your Discord DMs.
Cheers.
There we go.
Cheers.
There's one Canadian news story. There's
Because you're not doing your stream tonight, are you? So
Nah, I'm not really in the mood to be jolly. There's another Canadian news story about how we're in a climate emergency, even though that's horseshit.
Texas execution set for John William King in racist dragging death of James Byrd Jr. King and other 2 white men were convicted in brutal East Texas murder of Byrd, who was black. King claimed he's innocent and hopes the U.S. Supreme Court will stop his death. It's more than 2 decades since an infamous hate crime in East Texas where 3 white men were convicted of chaining a black man to the back of his pickup truck, dragging him for miles, and then dumping the remains of his body in the front of a church.
Bloody hell.
Hitting animals removes their arrogance. I take talkies aside the attack.
Dog story?
The cat abuse is just arrogant. It's just arrogant. JFK, JCF, I can't stand this shit. JFC, I can't stand this shit. On Wednesday evening, John William King, 44, is set to become the second man executed in 1998 murder of James Byrd. Lawrence Brewer was put to death in 2011 for the crime, and Sean Berry is serving a life sentence.
See, 20 years is not that long ago. I can't believe that was going on even 20 years ago. Dragging people around in cars and stuff. That's messed up.
Still goes around today, though.
I'm sure it
Well,
happened somewhere.
I kind of remember this story, or remember this case. At one point, they tried to claim that it wasn't racist in nature, or it wasn't race based.
Jeez, I never heard of it until today. Your Google search history must be confusing as the fuck out of exactly what products they should advertise to you.
Yeah.
You do not want to see my Google search history.
Yeah.
That's why you have ad block. Smart.
Mm-hmm.
King had previously been involved in a white supremacist prison gang, and he is notoriously covered in racist tattoos, including KKK symbols, a swastika, and a visual depiction of a lynching, according to court documents. But King maintains he's innocent in Byrd's murder, claiming that Berry dropped him and Brewer off to the sheriff department before Byrd was beaten and dragged to death. The last minute King's appeal attorney argued that the recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling entails his next flight to trial because his original lawyers didn't assert his. Hello again, Chadwick. The room where Ted Bundy was executed is claimed to be haunted. Do you mean Ted Bundy, not Ted Bundy?
Yeah, I think she means Ted Bundy.
In the last minute appeal, King's attorneys argued the recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling entitles his client to a new trial because his original lawyers didn't assert his claim to innocence to the jury, despite King's assured assistance. The Texas Court of Criminal Appeals narrowly rejected this appeal by a 5-4 ruling Monday, and the petition is now in front of the nation's High Court. Why is your search history all
Baby burn.
Why is your search history all Scott related?
Wait, Wait a minute. How do they kill people in Texas? Do they burn them? Do they lethal injection, gunshots, hanging? How do they do it?
I don't know.
Lethal injection or electric chair.
All right, burn baby burning, fried, real high. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they deserve it for sure.
I
Yeah,
like
we got a
my
text.
criminal nice and crisp. Oh yeah.
One more. Stop the traffic if you're not stopped the traffic. He's only one away from 100. Help the guy out. Get traffic to his 100. Bird's sister who watched Brewer's execution and plans to attend King's on Wednesday said she didn't understand why King's case had been tied up with numerous appeals. He was sentenced to death in February 1999. He wants to find a way not to die, but didn't give James that chance, he said. With Von Harris. He's still getting off easy because your body's not going to be flying to pick up a truck after being pulled apart. Soki's search is all very pure. It's all kittens and dogs farting. Okay. I did not need to know that, to be honest.
Wait until you see all the goodies I dumped in your Twitter box. The
I'll
last
check them out
one is
today.
fucking retarded.
It's all just stuff that you just got today and just didn't bother to read, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Well
Yeah.
done, Chadwick. Chadwick said he just got to his 100.
Well done, Chadwick.
Yeah, it's all the shit that I found today. I decided to be all Canadian, and it was just all retarded shit, except for the dog. The dog I don't think is Canadian, but everything else, it's all Canadian goodness.
There's such a
It
thing
just
as
makes me
Canadian
wanna throw up.
goodness.
It's actually shit goodness. It's fucking shit up shit hill. Just lots of shit in shit hill town.
Bird's brutal murder drew a spotlight on a small town of Jasper. And violent racism in the modern world. Evidence just trial showed police found most of the 49-year-old's body in 1998. 3 miles of blood. Diagnosed from parts of, including his head and the road behind it. At the beginning, not a Twitter poo, a Twitter dump. Yep. Canada does it exist? Does anyone care? I think blind press and blind press and blind girl exist. I know that much. I think they're the only people that live in Canada, to be honest.
And yet everybody will be really pissed off at the news that I dropped in about Canada because it's retarded.
Don't forget, Justine lives up there as well. 3 of them.
There's just a lot of retard.
That's why I don't read much Scottish news anymore. A couple of occasionally, but anyway, where are we? The rumor that the 49-year-olds who on the road behind it at the beginning of his gruesome trail. Police found evidence of a fight. Bird's hat and cigarette burns were tied to King's berry. And Brewer, according to court documents, 3 men arrested shortly afterwards. I'm probably not going to read this whole thing, really. So yeah, it's pretty grim.
Did you say earlier? 45 minutes, probably 30 minutes by now. Pumpkin?
Hmm?
Yeah, it's a great way to get executed.
Yeah, about 40 minutes from now, 7
About
p.m.
40 minutes. Yeah.
7 p.m., which is like central. Where in Texas, I believe it's Central Time.
Yep.
Are you gonna go watch?
Hmm?
Are you gonna go watch? Or are you gonna just drive over there and be like, yeah, all right, give me some fried chicken?
It's like a 2-day drive. It's like a 2-day drive away from where I am.
Aw, that sucks. No show for you.
Oh well.
Damn.
Oh wait, you don't believe in capital punishment. Never mind.
No, I don't. I definitely believe throw them in a hole somewhere, cover the hole, and every now and then throw some food in there.
No, I'm not signing up for your Canadian news. Canada will build mosques, flood, Muslim refugees.
Be right back.
Will these refugees be getting jobs and stuff when they come in? Do they?
Nope. We're just gonna
Just
build
a
them
load of free
mosques.
money.
They're burning. You know, we have churches in Canada burning down right now, but we're gonna build a bunch of fucking mosques. Fuck that shit.
A Canadian activist says his new country's new prime minister is kept. This is pretty old, then, isn't it?
Eh.
2016, because this is new prime minister. So he's been there a while. He's not new anymore.
No, and he's already doing it too, so it's just retarded. I didn't even realize they re-released old news. Thanks, citizen. You're re-releasing old news, you cunts.
So really, he's already done it, then, isn't he?
Yeah, a few of them, yeah.
Technically.
Oh well, nobody had to know it was old, because really, it's still fucking angering today.
Right, well, read the dog story.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
just
but
been a bit
that's...
armor. Fine, I'll remove my fucking hard, you fucking cunts. Bloody Toronto Sun.
Yep.
Dog stuck by 10,200 porcupine quills during pursuit. A police dog that stumbled on a porcupine got more than 200 quills stuck in his face while pursuing a suspect less than comfortably. Canada's what happens when you put French people in the woods. I think so as we just allow French people in your country in general, really. You end up in Canada. And Justin Trudeau is your Prime Minister.
Building mosques and shit. Yep. Fucking cunt face.
Tell us how you really feel about him.
Cock nobblers. Cum dumpsters.
And we tried those anti-ad block ads on the block list. I've tried them, but they didn't seem to work for me. Resting comfortably Tuesday. We will not. While pursuing a suspect resting comfortably Tuesday, he will not lose his eyesight. Authorities in Oregon said, "Well, that's good." Coos County is that a place? Coos County.
Yes, it is.
Just because over here, Coos a Scottish word for a cow.
That's hilarious.
Canine Odin, a German Shepherd. Had to be sedated and was treated for more than 2 hours to remove quills all over his face, including several that were embedded to the roof of his mouth and more from around the left eye. Captain Gay Ferenzo said in a phone interview, "The dog was super motivated and high energy. It doesn't slow him down." Riccio said he's a good boy. It's Oregon, the state widely known for having to have porcupines as residents, and the cats of the Goonies. And the best city, Portland, apparently. I've heard Portland's a fucking shithole.
All the Portlands are pretty much a liberal paradise.
That's Portland, Oregon, isn't it? Yeah. Is that correct?
There's 2 Portlands. One in
Okay.
Oregon, one in Maine.
Okay.
Odin had been called to help track the suspect with several felony warrants on Saturday when he encountered the prickly creature in his pathway. The suspect, David T. Wilson of Coos Bay, Oregon,
Oregon. Okay.
had fled after being spotted by a deputy along the essential Oregon coast. Authorities asked for help after finding Wilson, 29, remained at large.
So did they stop trying to catch the suspect because of the dog? Because I feel like the dog now failed.
It doesn't say anything. Now leave the dog alone. He tried to do his job. Good boy. Leave the dog alone. The porcupine had also not been apprehended, Fabrizio said. We're not putting out wanted bulletins as we speak, he joked. So it doesn't say anything about the suspect.
No.
Probably lost him because he stopped to help the dog. Dog was like, "Oh my god!" And the guys were like, "Fuck the suspect, get the dog."
Yep. Bye, Saki. Thanks for coming around. Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby. Scooby-dooby-dooby. All hail blue whale, Kirby unto his name. I'll hear all the demons all over the people.
By the way, Ottawa is in a climate emergency. You're gonna love that.
Isn't it? Yeah, -6 is too warm for you, is it?
No, actually, we had so much snow and it's all melting all at once, so everywhere is flooding like a motherfucker. This is
Like it
not a
does-
new thing.
I was gonna say like it does every year.
Yeah, pretty much. Except this year it's a little worse than last year because for about 5 years we actually didn't get much snow whatsoever, and then suddenly we got our usual amount of snow back again, and it's all
Yeah,
melting
yeah.
because we usually don't get this kind of warm weather until at least mid-May, and so it's all melting and everything's flooded, and everybody's like, climate change is flooding us, and I'm like, no, fucking snow is, you cunts.
No, see, I think we haven't had snow in years either, really.
Ugh.
It used to snow all the time, but not anymore.
Yeah,
Now we just get grey cloud of rain.
like we've had this shit before. It's not climate change that's rising the rivers and flooding us. It's we got a shit ton of snow and it's warm outside. Fucking figures, don't it?
I mean, Canada's capital city, which has been fighting rising river waters in its outlying communities, declared a climate emergency on Wednesday. Ottawa City Council voted overwhelmingly for the declaration as a way to show serious municipality about protecting people from the impacts of climate change. It was a big win and somewhat surprising one for Count Sean Menard, who first brought the proposal for a climate emergency last week. I'm going to get a porcupine. Okay, Honey Monster, that's weird.
Nobody wants a porcupine. Come on, guys. Nobody wants a porcupine. Fuck that shit.
Nah.
They hit dogs.
Why do you hate dogs? What's wrong with dogs?
No, I said they hit dogs. Porcupines don't like dogs, so no liking the porcupine. He's a good boy.
So you can't hate dogs, 'cause
Yeah, exactly.
dogs are better than people.
Well,
Yeah,
unless they're
that's
Shih Tzu, and then they're shittier than people. But yeah,
No, they literally have shit in there and I wouldn't expect them to be good.
yeah. There you go. See, Shih Tzus suck. Fuck Shih Tzus.
First brought the proposal for a climate change emergency declaration to the Environmental Committee last week on a council that doesn't care much about making symbolic gestures. Mayor managed to push for a notion that won over most of the council's leadership.
Of course it did, because they're fucking dumb.
Councillors who voted in favour of the climate emergency seem to like the declaration, as it also comes with actions. Ice is one of the few solids that are less dense than water, surprisingly enough. Didn't I always sing disco song in the 80s?
Something like that. Fucking
I don't know.
Too many immigrants come over here that don't know what snow is. And now that they're seeing all the snow melt, they're like, oh my god, it's a fucking emergency. And I'm like, no, it's fucking Canada. Welcome. Dumb.
Yeah, I think it's the same here because we had the town I live in had a lot of floods as well. We've had like 2 floods in the last year when there wasn't any for like 100 years before then. It's like, well, we literally have like rain 3 months of the year. We have like, literally like from about September to like December, it'll rain for like constantly every single day.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, if you have that much rain, it's going to flood someone eventually, surely.
Well, not only
Yeah.
that, but last year I got to suffer through a tornado. Yay. Okay? So they should have used the tornado as a climate change warning, not fucking flooding. We get that all the goddamn time, but a tornado ripped through fucking Ottawa like it was nothing, and we don't get tornadoes here. They
You do
just
now.
don't really happen. And we do now. So if you wanted to use anything, it should have been the fucking tornado. But no, it's melting snow. Fucking dumb cunts.
So there's councillors voted in favour of the climate emergency change. It seemed like the declaration also comes with some action. Comes with actions. However, it is likely The many council members followed the lead of Environmental Council Chair Count Scott Moffat, who worked with Marin on crafting a winnable motion. And Moffat, one of the council's fiscal conservatives, stressed that he doesn't believe climate change incentives and financial savings are mutually exclusive. Sounds like a waste of money.
Tax us some more for that climate change, please. Tax us.
That's not very conservative of you, is it?
No. And I mean, here's the fun thing. So we've got pollution tax where you can't use fossil fuels without getting some kind of tax. However, Saudi Arabia, no tax importing that shit. No tax importing it, but making it ourselves, tax it up the ass.
It's China and India that fucking pollute more than anyone else in the world. They don't seem to fucking care, do they?
No, which is why I sent you the article about how we just sent some money for climate change to other countries because we're a bank.
Hey, was it China or India by any chance? Because if it's not, then
I don't know. I just know that they sent it to foreign countries, and it was a lot of goddamn money. And we're not a fucking bank.
I've seen Scotland do that as well. They send money to fucking Pakistan and shit. It's like, why? Fuck off.
You're just gonna buy tanks with it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You know, oh, we can't stop over the bedroom tax. We can't do that. But it's like, you're fucking going to fucking Pakistan, you fucking cunts. Mountain Peace, sorry, the team. You know about Canada's 1/10 less tenths than the US is when it comes to population? Yes, it is. Yeah. Technically. Actually, Canada's slightly bigger, so it's even less than that. Yeah, I know.
We're just retards. We're fucking retards. That's what we are. We're just fucking retards. Canada's a retard.
I mean, I guess in a way it makes sense. China and India would have the most pollution, given that they have the highest populations, but they don't seem to care about it.
Yeah, but they're also developing nations as well, so they've got to use heaps of coal power and things like that to get the.
I mean, like, you go to China, the amount of pollution is fucking horrific.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, it's like cloudy all the time. I mean, you get that here, but that's just because the weather's shit. More Canadian municipalities have been declaring the climate emergencies this year, following steps in other sites, following steps in other international cities in Ontario. Kingston and Hamilton made declarations last month. Bond definition, that's a myth. If all Asians jumped at the same time, they would throw the Earth's axis, perhaps. Third world shithole also have the greatest populations, but the Westerners have the problem, yeah. Yeah, it's all the West's fault. With the new climate change emergency, can't be asked reading this anymore. Fuck Canada.
News not good enough for you, Scotty? Is it not bad enough? Does it not have enough killing in it?
No, it's just retarded.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not enough sex with animals in it today. That's the theme of today's.
Chloe, stop throwing up your food, goddammit.
Right then. Adolf Hitler's suicide note. Refusing to flee besieged Berlin and vowing to fight to continue on a fight the Fed's 70k option.
Pretty cheap, actually.
I would have thought we went for a lot more than that.
Yeah. It's Hitler, for Christ's sakes.
As the capital of the German Third Reich, which looked likely to fall, the Soviet Union, the Führer, wrote its final memo which can announce his fate. Adolf Hitler's final message that has been done, the Nazi dictator's suicide note is up for auction. Doing a heartwarming story about how you attract weirdos to your chats. To be honest, I'm not surprised. It doesn't surprise me I've managed to attract so many weirdos.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm wondering about how these countries are contributing money are trying to fix the problem while they're not. And the more subs you get, you will see more weirdos. I just
Sorry, it's funny.
Hey, he's already got locked in with the old grizzled truck driver crowd already. Hi.
yeah, and Crappy Slade as well.
Yep.
Yeah, the internet is a funny place. I agree. And the fight Führer refuses to leave his bunker in Berlin as the Red Army closes on the besieged German capital in 1945. I realize that context, this may get me arrested. You know this, but it's in an article. Surely the fuck I can read it. If they were like posted.
Yeah, you'll be fine. There's not going to be anything bad in it.
Yeah. It was also one of Hitler's favorite commanders, Field Marshal Ferdinand Schorner, who had been urging him to flee the capital. And the Führer states, "I shall remain in Berlin so as to take part in an honorable fashion the decisive battle for Germany to set a good example to all those remaining. I believe in this way I shall be." Yeah, they're coming to take me away. Statistics are like bikinis. It's now what they show. It's not. It's now what they show. It's what they hide. I mean, it's not what they show. It's what they hide. Many are really boldly represented. Like they don't tell you about the population size. They completely miss on the bars, making one look worse than the other. True. They have already taken me. Yeah, it's probably done that a long time ago, Cuban. I mean,
it's kind of funny because the weirdos have always been there. It's just now that the internet's there, you can communicate with each other, I guess, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if we all had friends, we wouldn't be here, would we?
Pretty much.
I wouldn't be talking to a lorry driver, some kangaroo in Australia, and some blind Canadian.
Feelings more than mutual, mate. Oh, dear. Just had a meaning. I believe that way I shall be re-injured in Germany, the best service. For the rest of you, every effort must be to win the struggle for Berlin. You can bear decisively by pushing northward for as early as possible. Alexander Historical Auctions in Maryland, US.
Boo.
That's how it's spelled. I'm going to pronounce it. I'm going to say it like that.
No, I'm just saying.
That's amazing.
I'm just saying. Boo, Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland. And you can blame
Maryland.
Peter for me showing up in your chat. It's all Peter's fault. It's kind of my fault for showing in his channel as well. But
Well, just remember that when I read
thanks for the feeling, Mandy.
Just remember that when I read Edinburgh, buddy.
Yeah, but that city's older than your country by several hundred years. It's allowed to have a weird name.
Yeah, well.
It could fetch 70 grand. Auction company president Bill Foran said, "There is no other service evidence of Hitler declaring his intention to remain and die in Berlin that anyone has been able to locate. This is essentially Hitler's suicide note. And he portrays himself as a vibrant leader of men until the end when, in actual, he was snuffled in his bedroom and fired a bullet to his head. Now, this shot is no fun unless weirdos are here. I am. Yeah, exactly. If it was serious people, it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
There's also the law also includes Hitler's scholarship from Schwerner pleading him to escape. I should like to ask you, in this grave hour, to leave Berlin and assume command from the southern sector, wrote Schwerner. So I'm not surprised this is actually in America because I don't think it'd be allowed to be sold in Germany, would it? Because they banned all that shit.
Oh yeah, they would have banned it. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Germany they would.
Even I think you should be allowed to order because it's a historical thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the man did fucking horrendous things, but it's a historical artifact.
Scary thing is, he had people underneath him that were even way more evil than he was.
What are the odds that some like left-wing media picks this up and then they declares Zamari Bot as like a Nazi or something?
I
I mean,
wouldn't
that
doubt
could
it.
be someone who's interested in history. If you failed, Germany would also millions of Germans await the opportunity to build up Germany once again. If you, Mr. Fallen said, he was a favorite of Hitler. He was the vote underlining most certainly wanted Hitler to get out of Berlin. Richard has a room with Rosie. No, not anymore. He doesn't. He used
Only
to.
in Reasons thing.
Oh,
But yeah, but no one uses it. No offense, Reason.
it wasn't Peter's. It wasn't for a while. It was a room.
Yeah.
It was a room.
Told him to take it down.
Yeah, but he just giving me like fucking 6 rolls in his Discord.
Yeah.
You only got one in mine.
He hasn't even got one because you haven't bothered to do it. I haven't bothered to give him the roll either. So unless someone else gave him the roll.
I gave you the roll as ass plug.
Yeah, no, I'm saying reason. I thought about reason.
Oh.
Did you really do that? Give him ass plug.
Yeah, all of my moderators and people that run the channel, they're ass plugs. Make sure that there's no shit firing on my channel, plugging those assholes with the plugs.
Yeah.
Even though really, I think it's only Ninja that takes that role seriously. Nobody else even bothers with it anymore.
Oh damn.
Hitler, on the other hand, was in an impossible position. At the afternoon situation conference 2 days earlier, the stricken dictator suffered a total nervous collapse when he was informed that orders moved to the rescue of Berlin had not been obeyed. Mr. Foreign said Hitler was in a tirade against the tragedy and the incompetence of the commanders. His outburst culminated in a declaration for the first time the war was lost. Off topic, does anyone know how to use Norton utilities? Norton shit. Don't use Norton. That's all I'm going to say. Norton is a steaming pile of shit. Find something else to use. I'm blowing on the PC CDA ROM thingy again in my old PC. Will it work again? To be honest, I wouldn't use Norton. That's what I'm going to say. That's why I would recommend not to use Norton.
Norton hasn't been good since Norton was the only utility program.
Basically.
Yeah, it's never been good. Hitler announced he would stay in Berlin until the end. 26th of April, 2 days after Hitler sent a reply to Swarner, the Nazi leader was offered a chance to fly out of Berlin, which he declined. He may have hoped for some miracle Swarner would have pushed him north from Czechoslovakia and relieved Berlin, but I'm sure both of them knew that was an impossibility, said Mr. Foreign.
As opposed to this brat. Sorry.
His defense forces were collapsing all around him, and Russian shells were already landing nearby. How's this going for?
That's it, but on still going. A long story by the looks.
Hitler and his longtime partner Eva Braun would commit suicide in his Berlin bunker on the 5th of June, 1940, 5th of April, 1945. Norton's shit, Mandy. According to those who managed to escape the bunker before the Red Army arrived, Hitler would voice his fear of being captured, or worse, being killed, or having his body paraded in public. In his last will and testament, Hitler promoted Scherner to commander-in-chief of the German army after this as a successor. Swarner later abandoned his post to flee to Austria, and when he was arrested by American forces. Following the war, he served time in Soviet and West German prisons. And when he was released in 1963, he moved to Munich where he died in obscurity in 1973. The lot will be sold at a 2-day auction running from the 1st of April to the 1st of May. Expected to be taken between £52,000 and £70,000. Oh, yeah. What about Hitler's suicide note? Then, yeah. The worst thing Hitler's ever done was try to get supermodel Eva Braun to kill herself. Well, it's pretty much had to. I mean, they were essentially fucked.
Yeah, the Russians would have tortured him for sure.
Shut up, Chloe. Nobody likes you.
Not really, Chloe. Man. I'm going to do the full cars today because obviously isn't it? Being on a toilet next to condoms or corpses, the world's weirdest restaurants. If you fancy dining in the dark or trying to eat while ninjas fly at you, we have just the place.
Mhm.
What, Chloe? What do you want?
GT Gas who? Arm skiller.
GT Cat.
No, they don't just the cat.
F for the cat.
Gas your own cats, really.
I'd do it too. I got a bucket of bleach just waiting for her.
We know really you love the cat.
Want some bleach in your water, dude? You do? Perfect.
No, I'd say him killing a dog was worse than his killing his hoe.
He sees the big red button.
Nah, we know you really love your cat, Blanco.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe. Oh shit, she just fell off the chair. Now I love her. She's like, I'm gonna roll over. Boom! To the floor. Yes.
Europe's first underwater restaurant has recently opened in Norway with gargantuan view through which you can see the ocean while you dine. Well, see, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, the restaurant called Under is in big demand with more than 7,000 people who already booked to eat there. If it's not the only unusual restaurant you can dine in, Toilet Humor in Shanghai.
Look at that.
They've got
One
seats for
for you,
toilets and then like balls of poo in them.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it is. So they real toilets? They actually work as toilets. I'm very handy they did actually. Take a dump while you're eating.
Yeah. Just jump up on the table, take a massive dump as other people are eating right next to you. Yeah. Don't think so.
It had to be in Asia, didn't it?
Yeah.
Had to be in Asia. Fucking toilet restaurant had to be in Asia. If you can stomach it more than toilets in Shanghai's theme, you guess it's Toilet Humor. The dining tables are bathroom sinks topped with glass. The seats are of course, toilets. And the food is served in toilet themed receptacles too. Milk tea is served in your rhino-shaped mugs, and chocolate ice cream is consists of in chocolate-shaped bowls. Consists of in toilet-shaped bowls. And one of those games is Fall Order Kenya. So you just eat the giraffe, basically. I was lately the idea of going to the place like giraffe just could nick your food for no reason. Just, I fancy having that. Thank you very much.
Damn.
At Giraffe Manor in Nairobi, Kenya, diners have to be happy to get close to the person with the restaurant's friendly resident giraffes. The herd of Rothschild's giraffes sticking their heads through windows and dining windows while guests eat in the hope of being fed some tasty treats in the dark London. That's a restaurant where you eat in the dark. But this isn't a bad idea, though. It saves on electricity. Yeah, more animals fucking humans. No, this is animals eating with humans this time.
Damn.
If you're scared of the dog, then prepare to face your fears at the Dans Le Noir in London. The most important question is the feces real or and authentic? Probably it's in Asia. Take brave waiting to happen. Yeah. Diners are served a surprise menu completely in the dark. By visually impaired servers. Well, no. Blind people employment, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, the idea that guests are taken out on a sensory journey where they can rely on their other senses and embrace the experience of like their sight. Fuck.
Couldn't that be argued that that's not legitimate until I actually lose?
No, but I think it's just like it's for fun, basically, isn't it?
I don't know. Blind girl, is it being blind fun?
Sometimes.
Okay.
And they do employ blind people as well, so
Yeah.
I mean, generally no, but on a rare occasion, it can be. Mainly when you're messing with cars and they go and like
dead quiet
hit
India.
on the brakes or screwing with people, that can be good.
A lucky restaurant in India, diners break bread amongst the dead. Well, it's not really looking for the dead, is it? They're dead. Right? The diner is built on graves, which owner luck believes is a lucky charm. Make orgy in the making. I'm into this. Safe sex, Thailand. That's it.
That's just messed up.
Yeah.
Cabbages and condoms was launched in Thailand in 2013 by Mechai Foreign. He said you can go to any shop around Thailand, you will always be able to find cabbages. Condoms should be like cabbages. Which are ubiquitous and accessible to everyone. And so cabbages and condoms was conceived. And check out those head condoms.
So what are yeah. Nothing.
Mr. Mech, I believe that condoms should not be seen as a taboo, but as a necessity, which could save people's lives from dangerous STDs, including HIV/AIDS,
Yeah, there
as
you
well as
go.
unwanted pregnancy. Well, I guess he has good intentions behind it.
Yeah, there you go.
There are now branches in Big Chester and Cheltenham. And after their meals, diners are encouraged to take 3 condoms home with them rather than after dinner mints. Plain crazy Bolton. That's not that normal. That's just keeping dying on a plane.
You know,
Not weird.
technically, if they served chocolate, then I would see condoms in the after dinner thing. Because, chocolate's supposed to be an aphrodisiac, right? Or like strawberries dipped in chocolate, you should get a free condom with everything. But like cabbage? Like,
It's not cabbage, just saying that condoms should be the same as cabbage, and there's like cabbage is very common.
Okay, like if you ever really sex a meal, with some like sexist stuff, whatever that is, I could see that as being useful, but cabbages and then condoms, I feel like you don't want to have sex after eating cabbage. It's fucking cabbage.
Well, they're saying like they give, instead of giving out mints after the meal, they give out condoms instead.
Yeah, which is fine, but I mean, hopefully there's, maybe it's like 2 couples go there for a romantic dinner and then they go fuck in the car after, just saying they better be serving something kind of sexy.
Well, they give them condoms at least, so they're prepared. They don't have to buy condoms.
Well, to be fair, if you're going to go have, if cabbage is included in the meal, you might as well eat the condom with the cabbage, so you have a nice little container for the farts.
Yeah, there you go.
9/11 dinner experience.
I like that one.
If you rip ass and no one's around, did you truly rip ass? Well, if you can smell it, yes. If you can smell your own fart, yes, you did, Red. Rip ass.
Damn.
In the quiet corner of Bolton sits a Boeing 737, which houses A restaurant aptly named Steaks on the Plate.
Ugh.
A cabbage
Ugh.
garlic with onion side used condo. The wings have been removed and the plane has been cut in half, with the cockpit still intact, and the tables and chairs have been replaced with airline seats. The quirky restaurant has been attracting diners from across the country since it took off in 2015. Well, it didn't take off, did it? Because it's plain it's just sitting there.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Drop and Drop, New York. Don't expect a peaceful meal at Ninja, New York. Here, ninjas
Drop
fly in
your
all
pants and chop
directions
it off.
whilst you eat, creeping out cupboards and jumping right in your face as you nip into the bathroom.
That'd be a restaurant to take your child to.
Yeah.
Hearty Feed, Las Vegas.
And Twitch thoughts. Ninja.
Yeah, that looks amazing, but also it's like you would die if you ate that.
Oh, I've heard of this place. This is the place actually I think of.
I think it's the Heart Attack Grill, isn't it?
Yeah, they actually have milkshakes that if there was 1% more milk fat in the milkshakes are supposed to be classified as butter.
Damn. How would you even eat that? Who could eat that many patties in one go?
A
If
fat
that's
man.
the burger, if that's the burger, I think it is. All the waitresses are dressed up as nurses.
How many burgers are in that
Quite
thing?
attractive,
1,
too.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 7 burgers in there, plus a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And the place
Bloody
comes with
American.
an all-you-can-eat French fry bar. Yep, that's
And
it. The Heart Attack Cafe.
Yeah, if you're over 350 pounds, you get to eat for free.
hmm
That's awesome.
And if you eat this burger, the waitresses that are dressed as nurses will actually wheel you out to your car in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you have to put on like a hospital uniform and stuff before you eat there as well. And
Yeah.
Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas is all about guest participation. Diners noting patients have to dress in hospital gowns before they sit, which are handled by the waitresses who are known as nurses. Now, didn't they also have like a midget one as well? Who drove around in like a little ambulance.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. This place was on a bunch of those weird restaurant shows.
I said 350 pounds, Honey Monster. Yeah, their vegetarian menu is cigarettes. That's not even a
You know,
joke.
worst-
They're vegetarian. Seriously.
The worst part is I need to see if I can put on about 15, 20 pounds. About 20 pounds will do it. And go to Vegas just so I can go to this place.
I only put on like 100 or something just to go in there and just say, hey, get a free meal.
Yeah.
My mom could eat there.
But she's seriously 350 pounds.
No.
Everybody could eat there. The question is, do you get to eat there for free?
That's what I was insinuating. But then I thought maybe mom might be in here. And I decided to.
No, she's never been in my chat.
Oh, well, I don't think she's 350 pounds, but she might as well be.
I mean, I'm a fat fuck, but I'm not anywhere near 350 pounds.
What about you, Trekker?
I'm about 335. But
Ooh.
I will say in my defense also, I am also 6'3", so
I'm roughly 90 kilograms, 6'2", whatever that is in pounds. I don't know how to do it in pounds.
I'm about 18 stone, which is about
2
350, I think.
so you're around 200.
Get about
I think
3
kilograms is 2.2.
Okay.
Apparently, Mandy says you have a nice voice, Trucker.
Why, thank you, Mandy.
Your mum is so fat she camps out in the Heart Attack Grill on Black Friday.
Yeah, there we go.
I would not be able to walk.
Mama's so fat she eats for free.
Anyway, it's chilling time.
Don't come watch me. I'm not streaming tonight. There's my show.
It's up to Blind Girl tomorrow and watch the stream tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah, do that.
And watch my stream tomorrow as well. Same time, same place. It's up to me if you haven't already. Trucker, it's chill.
There you go. Pumpkin Trucker channel, almost daily dash cams. As everybody could tell, there wasn't one today, but my streams literally last all day. You get to see some interesting stuff. Hell, yesterday you got to watch a trailer burn to the ground.
I haven't get to 100 subs.
Yeah, help me get to 100 subs.
Oh yeah, now like 94 or something, is it?
95 last I checked.
Oh, so you're almost there then. You're almost there.
Yeah. There's someone in Peter's chat came over or someone's in Peter during Peter's stream came over and subbed to me.
Please like, share, subscribe. Come back tomorrow for the same time. No worries, Mandy. Thanks for watching. All hail the world. Don't piss on the shower curtain. Bye,
Don't
cunts.
fuck the